So it's about 5 miles according to all trails, with about 2,000 feet of elevation gain. And you can actually, I believe you can see it, that far white rim in the distance. Yeah. Starts out flat. Then there's some sections of up. And there's a little up and down. Should be about the same time as last hike, even though it's like 50% or more, almost double the mileage. So yeah, I'm not too worried about surviving this guy in the light, but I should have brought my headlamp. Just not the smartest thing. You never know what's gonna happen. So anyway, check in a little bit. Parking lot, traversed the flat part, then started to do a little climbing. You can see, definitely climbing now. Plenty of white paint marks. Sort of impossible to get lost.
Just wondering if I was going the right way, and I am.
You are.
You are.
It'll flatten out up here, traverse across, then you got a steep climb again up to the first plateau. So anyway, that's it for now. We're on the flat part now, so we go up like a gully to gain that first flat part, which might represent close to halfway to the summit, actually. Maybe a little less, maybe 40%. You know, we might be a quarter of the way now. You can see this is where we get a relatively flat stretch of trail to close till we get to that cliff face. Slightly up, but you can more or less recover after that initial steep ascent. So, and then this will be a little hard push up to that plateau, and then we'll start going up and down with some false summits. So yeah, this is the Bear Mountain Trail so far. I'm guessing I might be the last person on the summit. And so it begins. We cross this drainage. We're at the cliff face, as you can see. And now we are going to head up. Up, up, up. I was going to record this entire steep uphill, I think. Probably gonna get too tired to push the whole way. You can see, I think, the trail right there. Ooh, we have a split here. I'm gonna say, unless that arrow means left to right. I don't know if that means go this way or a left to right arrow. Here we have another, I'm gonna call it an arrow. I guess they both, most likely they both went to the same place. Yeah. There's another arrow. There are actually a lot of markings. A lot. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not feeling super good. Tomorrow probably be a struggle. It's a hard hike. Probably arguably one of the hardest in my life. I'm not going to get good sleep. It's going to be cold. So should be fun. Whew. See the sun. Whew. Means we're not topped out yet, but we're getting closer to the top of this first plateau, so I'll take off the video for now. Check in a little bit. Well, there's the summit out there. There's a little, it's hard to tell with depth. There's a little, I don't know if you want to call it a false summit. There's a little hill you got to crest and then drop off of to then do the final summit push. So this is the easy part of the hike. Sort of walking relatively flat across. We do have at some point, I think it's up that hill. It's a pretty steep little ascent up that hill. We're starting our first drop, and then we'll go up that hill. That's the steep part. Another drop, and then up the summit. Yeah, that hill is quite, I can actually see someone on it now. That's quite the steep little up there. So this is the first drop. We'll have another drop later. This is the bigger drop. So I started the long slog. I hit a low point. Got to get up this hill now, but it is definitely steep. I remember thinking this was quite the burn when I did it last time. You can see it's just these slabs of rock that you work your way up. These angled slabs. Whew. You can see I've already come up from down there. Basically regained what we lost. Views are starting to open up, but this is a slog here. This is what tomorrow's going to be like all day on steeper terrain. Anyway, I'll check in when I get higher up. Whew. Well, we're up that steep part. Now we're contouring. Saw a bunch more people coming down. There is one guy right in front of me who I'll catch. think there's a good view from this saddle. The sun's sort of in the way. Or maybe it's up. There's a big deep crack or canyon we cross. It's up a little more. Good view from right here. And then, I don't know where it is. Somewhere else. Maybe it's a little further up. Thought there was a good view. Must be over here. Back on the up. Oh, I remember this sort of slick rocky brain rock section. Pretty cool. This is more like Zion type rock. So we do have to go up here. Then we cross. The summit's up there. So, whew. Hey. Oh, here's this crack that I was talking about before. Just dives pretty steeply down, although you could probably get down it if you had to. Summit's up there. There was just a trail runner dude. He put in about 80% of the work, I would say. 75-80%. You can see it's not that high up there. It's like similar to that little hill we went up, but that little hill is steeper. So this is, for all intents and purposes, the home stretch here. And it's really not that bad from what I recall. So still big steps up, but still gonna burn. Whew. I will check in at the top. You know you're near the top when you hit this rock right here. Whew. Almost there. Take you in. Summit's just a big flat area. You can sort of walk around, get views to all sides. There's not like a good point per se. There's a marker that says end right there. So this is the view west, I suppose. See how long that took. Oh, I made that in less than an hour, 55 minutes. So I'm gonna walk over here just to give you a view north. You can see the snow-covered peaks of Flagstaff. I wonder if anyone's over here. You can see out there. Got a little dusting of snow on them. I think someone said it just snowed. Just taking a wide berth here. Here's the view looking back. This is the good view. So that's, let's see if I can get the screen back on here. It's so hard to see in this little screen. I think I'm pointing at the right thing. That's Capitol Butte that I was on top of. I think, yeah. You can see the plains looking south and that plateau that we traversed. You can see out to Bell and Courthouse Butte in the distance. Not that I can easily point them out with my finger, but I'm gonna put the camera away on the way down. This was Bear Mountain in Sedona. Catch you at the next one.